And we're live. Hey everybody, welcome into the Flippin Hippos YouTube channel. I'm Star the Flippin Hippo. Just give me a minute to be not discombobulated. I was ready early today. I was sitting here waiting to go live. I was watching my screen wondering why it wasn't updating. And apparently my whole computer decided to freeze and I had to reboot with like 30 seconds to go. And it's been a couple of weeks, you guys know that. So before we get into the show, let's see who's here. I'm gonna say hi to some people. Jody's here. Stark Raven Wild is here. Stephanie, Dawn, hi Jacob, Lisa, Linda, hi Linda, Heather, Grand Larceny, Pete. Wow, lots of regulars. I love seeing all the regulars here. Rhonda and Amelia, a zombie bargain hunter who is Robert, Elizabeth, Jody, Jameson's Closet, Tammy White. Did I say hi to Paul? Hi Paul. Hi Cheryl. Hi Rags and Sheila and Bamboo Spine Gal, Rachel, Donatella's in the house. Jennifer, hi, and Jody. Okay, so I think I said hi to everyone. Northwest Purple Sparkles just peeked her head in. Hi there. Christian's here, listening from the road. My entire head and emotions and soul and spirit need a reboot. Let me just tell you that right now. Like, my whole entire person and brain and soul just needs a reboot. Thankfully, I'm getting a reboot. If you guys haven't heard yet, Keith and I are going to visit Casey, the Rockstar Flipper in Florida, and Caitlin, his wonderful fiance, and Sydney will be there too. So on Saturday we fly to Tampa and we'll be there for a full week, except for a couple days where we're driving to Orlando for the Universal Studios Halloween Horror Nights, and that's going to be my reboot. Because it's a vacation and it's all about Halloween and horror and everything that I absolutely love. They have a Rob Zombie themed house this year at Universal, so I'm stoked. So, if I wasn't going on vacation, I might just curl up in a ball somewhere and just cry. Because this is not Q4. This is Poop 4. I have to laugh, like, when things, I'm one of those people, my computer's still acting up, I'm one of those people that, like, I laugh in the face of adversity, so when things are really, really bad, I crack really stupid jokes. I laugh at funerals, I'm an asshole, but it's what I do. I laugh when things are bad, so I've been cracking jokes around here. It's not Q4, it's Poop 4! But it is what it is. So before we start talking about Q4 and how bad we all feel and how much we all just want to give up and quit eBay, Halloween's my favorite holiday, Cheryl. Absolutely. Jameson's going to Vegas. I got a present. Yeah, even Robert's sales are down, which y'all shouldn't be. Crap for. I'm going to use Robert as an example real quick because the item specifics and the sizes screwed up clothing sellers. He sells plush mainly and toys and video games, and he should not be affected. He should just be rolling. He should just be selling all the things. But we'll see what we can do, Donatella. I think we have a pretty super full schedule while we're there. But we'll see what we can do. Okay, so I'm going to open my present. This is from Linda Harcrow. Linda, are you here? Linda, if you're here, say here. Say you're here. If you're here. I also get super silly when I'm stressed out. So, like, the worse life gets, and the more stressed I am, the sillier I get, and the dumber I act. It's just what I do. Hey, Shelly, I hope you feel better soon. We're all apparently watching Star struggle with a box that I should have pre-opened before the show. Because we all know what happens when I try to open stuff. And my box cutter's always on the 3rd floor. Which we're not on. We're on the 2nd floor. Linda's here! Yay! Linda's here! I love when people are live in the chat when I'm opening their presents. To be fair to Linda, she has been very super patient because this actually arrived like a week ago. And I haven't done a live show since last Tuesday when I had Casey on. Because we haven't been sourcing. We're going through our death piles and our remotes at the moment and getting ready for our trip. So we haven't been sourcing, so I haven't been live. So let's open it! Yay! Just gonna throw stuff. There's a card. She knows how to package. Look at this. Oh, I bet they're hippos. I'm so excited. Awesome packing job, Linda, by the way. And we will be recycling your packing supplies. When I get packages, I actually have a box I keep all of our extra little pieces of bubble wrap and tissue paper in, and we reuse them. Hi, Cheryl. Thanks, I guess. I'm just a little stressed out today. I also was in court today all day for a hearing for my workers' comp. Just a lot going on. Tape is sticking to me. Oh my god! Oh my god, these are so cute! Oh my gosh, these are salt and pepper shakers. I can't get over how cute they are! You guys! Look at the hippo! I am totally, probably gonna use these. Part of me wants to put them on the hippo shelf with all the other hippos. But I do have some hippo stuff in the kitchen. I have a hippo coffee mug and magnets sent to me from Rhonda and Amelia that are in the kitchen. And these are cute, and I really want to use them. Show us. Oh my god, I can't get them open. Oh my god, they're so cute. I cannot handle these hippos. These are so cute, Linda. Thank you so much. I absolutely love them. I just kissed them. I did. Look how cute they are. So I don't know, like part of me doesn't want to put actual salt and pepper inside of them because they're collectibles and they're so cute. But they need to go in the kitchen, right? Don't you think? This one is really cute. Look at its little face. They need some salt and pepper. That is something I do that annoys Keith, by the way. Whenever I ask for the salt and pepper, I sing those salt and pepper's here and we're in the mix. Anyway, these are so cute. Thank you so much. I love my hippos. They will be going into the kitchen. This one is like fat and cute. I love them. So let's look at the card real quick, and then we will get into talking about eBay. We're going to talk about eBay. Use them. I know. I probably will, because I do use salt and pepper like every meal, because I'm one of those people who salts and peppers are food before I even taste it. Pretty card with hearts. Hi, Star. This is October 11th, so that's how long she's been patient. Hi, Star. Thank you for all you do for us resellers. I have learned so much from you. Enjoy the gift. When you look at these adorable pieces, may they bring you a ray of sunshine and encouragement. Regards, Linda Harcrow. Thank you so much. You are absolutely welcome. I am here to help the community. I love doing it. And I definitely will put these hippos in the kitchen and use them. Every time I go to salt and pepper anything, I can think of Linda and all my followers and all my hippos in the pod. So cute. Okay. So, Carrie Berry's here while doing dishes. Awesome. I finished mine right before I came on. And yes, I'm drinking peach tea out of a mason jar because my southern ancestor spirits are with me tonight. We actually ran out of soda, and Keith went to the store, so I'm drinking tea. Okay, so, you guys, the title says that I quit eBay and Poshmark. Clearly, that is just me clickbaiting. I don't want to say I clickbaited, but here's the thing. Every day, and even before this item-specific glitch started happening last week, even before that, every single day I hear people saying, I quit, it's too hard, I give up. Not necessarily the platform altogether or reselling altogether, but some aspect of it or some part of it. Every single day, people find something, some part of our jobs too difficult, too hard, or not paying them back as quickly or as much as their unrealistic expectations led them to believe, and they quit. And I've been thinking about this for a while now, coming up with a way to do the show. It was going to be a pre-recorded, just tough love, you guys. I was going to tell you to pull up your bootstraps and suck it up. But then everything went to hell in a handbasket with the item specifics last week, and a lot of people are feeling really discouraged, and I'm hearing even more than ever that people want to quit. So I just decided, you know what, I'm going to go live, and we'll have a title that brings everyone in, because I feel like it's important for everyone to hear what I have to say. Mandy, hi, welcome in, and Holly's here, you guys. I run amok with the blue wrench right there. One of my mods. So here's the thing. I feel like everything else in life, and yes, I have notes, lots of them, because this has been on my mind for weeks. But I feel like everything else in life that isn't reselling, that people 100% understand that things take time, things take work, things take repetition, things don't pay out right away, and they're going to take hard work. And I feel like everything in the world that people could possibly do with their lives or themselves, they understand that, except for reselling. For whatever reason, people think reselling or selling on eBay or Poshmark is going to be super easy, super fun, no hard work, Lamborghini, 5-star hotel, resort vacations on day 2 after you go to the thrift store for the very first time. I am going to be over-exaggerating and dramatizing for the purpose of this show, just to kind of make you guys see how unrealistic and ridiculous some of the expectations are. So I'm going to probably be a little snarky, a little sassy, and really over-dramatizing, just to kind of like let you guys hear it from somebody else's mouth and see how ridiculous some of you guys can be. And I say you guys in general, the 112 of you that are watching, this is not specifically for you, or anyone that may watch the replay. And I mean you in general as the reselling community. You need some tough love sometimes, and I'm here to give it to you. Robert, if I quit, you can absolutely have all of my plush. Casey has rights to the remote. But you can have the plush. So if God hands me lemons, I'm going to make lemonade. That's a good saying. But Donatella just spit her water out. So I'm just going to get into it, and you guys can hear how ridiculous some of this is. And this is actual messages that I get every day, whether it's Instagram, Facebook, emails, just some of the things I hear. I'm like, are you kidding me? I don't understand why reselling is the one thing in life that people expect like this instant gratification payout on. If you decide you want to be a doctor, right? And you go to school, you go to college, you know, going into it, you've got 4 good years of college, you got 4 years of med school, you got 4 years of residency. Sorry, you're an intern first, then you have your residency. People know that. You wouldn't go to college on your first day after deciding that you want to be a doctor expecting to be in surgery. You wouldn't go to your first day of college to be a dentist expecting to be doing root canals. You wouldn't pick up a guitar and decide you're going to learn how to play music and expect to be riffing I mean, it's just, for some reason, everything else in life, people understand. I have, a lot of examples written on this paper here, but that's just it. When people decide, I'm going to learn a new skill, I'm going to learn a new hobby, I'm going to learn an instrument, I'm going to take up gardening, all these things we know are going to take time, effort, and hard work. You don't just take a package of seeds and throw them out your window and go, okay, now I have a garden, everything's going to grow. No, you have to plant them and take care of them and water them and work on them. And in some instances, like roses and tomatoes and a lot of other plants that require a lot of extra TLC and care, you're going to be working on them all the time. And eventually you'll have that beautiful garden and these wonderful plants. But it's not like you throw a package of seeds out your window Sunday night and you wake up Monday morning and have a beautiful garden. You don't start college on Monday of the first day of the semester in September and start doing surgery in October. It's just not how it is. Actually, Paul, I would say that everything in life has ongoing education and learning even after the initial schooling. I used to work in the healthcare field. I was in recreational therapy and I was a direct caregiver, and I was in that field for almost 20 years before I hurt my back. And we were always getting new classes on Alzheimer's specialization or new classes on how music was a therapy or pet therapy. I'm sure that everything in life, you're ongoing, you're always learning. But that doesn't apply to reselling for some reason in people's minds. That's a very good example. So let's say I've been reselling for 20 years. I'm not going to learn anymore. And we all know people like that, right? We all know people. Excuse me while I get comfortable. I am having a very bad back pain day. We all know people like that. So I've been on eBay for 20 years and I don't need to learn anything new. And that's not the case. It's 2019. Things are different. Things change. The platform changes. Policies change. Buyers change. What might have been acceptable in 1996 is not today. Everything is different. And people don't get that. People just get this. There's just this mindset for some reason with reselling that everything is going to happen fast with hardly any work involved. People are going to be making tons of money. And if things don't pay out right away, they give up. They throw up their hands and they quit. And they're not willing to put in that work to see the efforts. So you see someone, Robert, I'm going to throw you under the bus because you're in the chat. So you see someone like Robert every Monday in our Facebook group. If you're not a member of our Facebook group, please join us. We have a fantastic time in there. Link is in the box down below. Mod can throw up the link if they want. One of the mods in the chat. But we're going to throw Robert under the bus. So every Monday we have a fat stack thread where everybody gets to post a picture of all their packages and all their sales from the weekend. Not everyone does a picture, but everyone kind of talks about how their sales were over the weekend. And every Monday, Robert has a picture of 111, 120 packages going out. And people are like, I want that. And they want to be Robert. And that's great. You can be Robert. You can eventually be like Robert, but you can't do it overnight. He has almost 4,000, or you back up above 4,000, Robert. He has 4,000 listings. He goes to Vegas and spends a week, all day, every day for a week at the bins digging plush out. He brings them home, preps them, cleans them, photographs them, lists them, and then he sells his items. So, you can look at everyone that's successful here. You can see what we're doing, what Casey is doing, what Robert's doing. We have a lot of volume sellers in the group that do have a lot of packages. But don't compare yourself to us, number one, because if you're new and you don't have 2,000 or more listings, it's not feasible for you to have that amount of sales. Number two, you got to work for it. So you can't just see that we're successful and think it happened to us overnight either. We had to grow. We at one time had 20 listings on eBay and sold one package a week. we had our first $20. We took it to the bins and bought a bunch of crap we shouldn't have and made a lot of mistakes and sold stuff for real cheap and just kept repeating the process until we learned and got our listings built up. So, you just got to know that you have to put the work in. It's not going to happen overnight. And a lot of the mindset that I see where people want to quit and give up, one of the best examples I can think of is the offers. So offers to watchers on eBay, offers to likers on Poshmark. I think that some people think that every offer you send out is going to result in a sale. And I don't know where people get that idea from, because that's just not going to happen. You're not going to sit there and send out all your offers and each one is going to result in a sale or even a counter offer from the buyer. That's just not how it goes. You're going to have to send out a lot and then get a couple sales. And I will tell you guys, there's days where I sit down and I have 50, 100 on eBay waiting and I send them all and nobody buys. And then I have days where there's only 10 and all 10 buy. It's really, you want to send the offers, absolutely. But it's really about if somebody really wanted the item and you sending the offer at the right time to the right watchers or likers on Poshmark and hitting that impulsivity in them and getting them to purchase. So there may be days where you send out 100 offers and no one bites. And then there may be days where you send out 10 and all 10 buy, or you send out 20 and all 20 buy. There's no real rhyme or reason, but you want to keep doing it because it can result in sales, and it will result in sales. But every single offer is not going to result in a sale, and you can't give up after a couple. An example is someone who had sent out 40 one time. Like back when this first started, when offers became a thing on eBay. They sent out 40, no one bought anything, and they never tried again. And they told me that sending out offers doesn't work because they tried it one time and sent out 40 and no one bought anything. And they had over 120 sitting there that were eligible, and were convinced to send all those out, and then they sold like 25 things. So, you've got to try it. You've got to be doing it more than once a day. You've got to be doing it at different times of the day, because you want to be hitting people in different time zones, different lunch breaks, getting off work, going to work, getting up in the morning. It's important that you just check it, a couple times a day whenever you have a chance, and send out those offers. So if you're on Poshmark and you're sharing and you see them pop up, send them out right away. Those are more likely to result in a sale because you're getting that impulse buy. But this was like the best example I can give you because I hear this one and see this one every single day in messages. I'm sending out watchers. I'm sending out watchers. I'm sending out offers. No one's taking my offers. No one's buying anything. Well, how many did you send? 20. Okay, try it again. You got to keep doing it. Not every offer is going to be a sale. You got to keep trying it. Just like with anything in life, you're going to have to keep doing it and you're going to have to keep working at it really hard. Reselling is there's no way to do this easy. Let me repeat that. There is no way to do this job easy. I don't care if you're doing electronics. I don't care if you're doing clothes. There's still no way to do this easy. Are electronics easier than clothing? Yeah, you're not doing measurements. Your photos are a little bit easier, but you're probably dealing with more scammers and more returns. It's a higher risk item. But there is nothing in this business that is easy. There are things in this business that are fun. We all love to go to the thrift store. We all love to go to church sales, estate sales. We love to dig and find the treasure. That's fun, but it's still hard work. There's no part of this that is easy. There's no part of this that is fast or get rich quick. Just isn't. You're going to get out of this business what you put into it. So if you want to list 2 items a week and sit on 50 listings and then complain that you're not getting any sales or you're only selling 1 or 2 items a week, that's your own fault. You can't do that. This job will give you what you put into it. If you list every day, if you send out offers every day, if you end listings and sell similar, if you share your closet, you're going to make sales. I need to get a drink because my throat's really dry. And let me see what I'm missing in the chat. I see everybody's really talkative today. So Robert has 3,900, so that means he's fiddle farting. Yeah, you need to diversify. Monica says you need to diversify. One, you get bored. Yeah, absolutely. You can get very bored very quickly. But it's good to diversify so that all your eggs aren't in one basket. And we're going to talk about that in just a minute in direct correlation with what happened with eBay recently. Bamboo Spine Gal is the queen of fiddle farting. 3 sales from offers, Anna. That's good. That's really good. Like I said, there's days where between Poshmark and eBay and checking in 3 to 4 times a day, I'm sending out hundreds, and I may sell 1 thing. But then there's like evenings when I'm sharing and I send out 10 and all 10 bite. You just never know. You want to keep trying. Dennis, you cannot do that. It's relevant. So you can't compare yourself to anybody but yourself. And I say that a lot too. You can only compare yourself to yourself. So if last month you had 100 listings and you sold 2 every weekend, and this month you have 200 and you're selling 4, good for you. Compete with yourself. Compare yourself to your own high scores and records and beat yourself. But you cannot compare yourself to other people. Because someone with 2,000 listings, and I know I say this a lot, but when I put up our fat stacks and we have 18 sales, and I'm like, this is a shitty weekend, excuse my French, but this is a crappy weekend, we didn't make any money, and people are telling me all the time, 18 sales is amazing, I'd kill for 18 sales. Well, you don't have over 2,000 listings, this isn't your full-time job, this is what pays my bills, and 18 sales for me is really poop. But for someone like Dennis, they would be amazing. Someone doing this part-time, it would be amazing. But there are people who have a lot more listings than me, so a good weekend for us would be like 40, 50 during Q4. To Robert, that might be, okay, not where he should be. So you really can only compare yourself to yourself. Jameson's not quitting eBay. Yeah, you need to think about other platforms. You need to diversify your items. You need to have multiple streams of income. I'm playing with the scissors again, aren't I? But it's so important to have multiple streams of income, because if one poops or craps out on you, you got more. Bill and David send out offers every day. Get items from it. They get items. They get sales. I wanted to read what Trish said. Yeah, you're going to sell more the more you list. Period. So on eBay, like Liz points out, other sellers could be watching your items. There's a lot of reasons why people watch your items. I said this way back when eBay first started this offers thing. It's going to take a while to train the eBay buyers. Poshmark buyers are trained. They know they like stuff to get an offer, but you got to retrain the eBay buyers. Sell stuff people want. Well, that's relevant too, because there's some folks out there who may want a vintage gremlin plush, and there's some people that think that's stupid. And there's different types of people who wear different types of fashion, sizes, clothing. No offense, Star City Picker, but when I hear people say sell stuff people want, that kind of rubs me the wrong way. Because unless you're literally selling bags of dirt, and even then, I think there's people that would want them. As long as you have good items that have good sell-through rates on the back end and you're checking that in the comps, you got stuff people want. There are people who want high-end fashion items in style now, and then there's people like me that just want t-shirts with cool stuff on them. There's old ladies who want old lady clothes. There's all different kinds of people in this world that are looking for all different kinds of things. And in today's day and age, they definitely go to the computer to find what they're looking for. Absolutely. So, had a store review from Rockstar Flipper. Yeah, that usually helps out when he does a store review. Robert says 60 is his normal sale weekend. So our normal's 30. And in Q4, we should be doing 40 or 50. So our normal weekend, like when we're like, this is a good weekend, that's half of where Robert should be. So that goes back to my other example I was talking about. I try to beat my sales total from the same month the year before. Yeah, a lot of stuff's not happening the way it should be right now. It's just not. And I think the only reason we're not in total devastation over here is because we worked our butt off preparing, just like Jamison Closet said. You guys know I spent like August and September preaching about double post, double list every day, get your stuff up. I think that flurry of pretty much doubling our activity for 2 months, we're definitely seeing a payout for it, or we were until the glitch happened. And then clothing sales pretty much died. We're pretty much selling plush and remotes right now, and shoes, which is weird because those were affected too. But Dennis says to send a message inviting them to counter. That's a good idea. Sometimes, yeah. So Rhonda and Amelia are right there. It's not always about how many items you sell. It's your return on investment. So someone with a pile of 10 that has a really low cost of goods could have made $200-$300 on that pile, and someone with higher cost of goods could have only made $75. So you got to kind of figure in everything. We talk about volume a lot because we're high volume and we base ourselves around the 0.5% sell-through rate, but you'll also see me at times show a smaller pile and say it's okay because they're all shoes or whatever, because they were bigger money. DB, while I really appreciate that, I think that's very sweet of you to say. I don't know that I'm a mega seller. I think Keith and I are power sellers, but definitely not mega. Maybe we are. We're hippos. Hippos are pretty mega, right? Yes, exactly, Pete. The only clothing items that we've been selling on eBay during this debacle have been through offers. And that was just because we lucked out sending offers to watchers when people couldn't find stuff through the searches. Most everything will sell on eBay. Some is long tail, some sells fast. Sometimes something that is supposed to be allegedly long tail will sell fast, and sometimes it should be fast should take long. So there's really no rhyme or reason to that. I've put up plush that I assumed were going to be long tail. This isn't an exciting plush. If you guys saw our what sold video last night, the little duck unicorn I had, I expected him to sit for a while. He sold overnight. And then I've had like Doc Martens that sat for months. So it's like you think you figure it out, but you haven't. Gremlins are stupid? I don't think gremlins are stupid. Oh, you're saying if someone thought they were stupid, that would be sacrilege. Yes. Although I have a gremlin in my store that's been around for like a year, and he hasn't moved. Longtime viewers may remember the gremlin. We sourced him last year around this time. He went to Florida with us. He was in pictures with us with Casey and Caitlin and Sydney and Colleen. We were on a beach house or like a B&B. And then when we came back, I listed him. He's still sitting around, so who knows. I thought he would move quick. He's a vintage gremlin, but... So, yeah, some of the stuff we think isn't going to sell, like, I don't know. Maybe we don't want to list that. It's like stuff that's given to us. And then it's like, but it's sitting here. Let me just see what happens. They'll sell. It's crazy. Yeah, Rags has a good point there. You should only be competing with yourself. And it's great that you're only doing this because you enjoy it. But a lot of us do this because this is our food. This is our bills. This keeps the roof over our head. And so when things happen like they have been last week, it gets kind of scary. And there's some people that do this as a living for choice. And there's people like me that are disabled and kind of have to find a way to make a living from home. But if it is just a hobby and you're just having fun with it, that's great too. Yeah, Bill and Dave bought shoes today that sold within like 2 hours. Nuts. And meanwhile, my Doc Martens that sold today took like a month and a half, 2 months. Most Doc Martens move faster than that. I think people are open to it now. I get a lot of messages when people accept my offers. They thank me. Like, thank you for sending me the offer. Thank you for this opportunity to buy this cheaper. People seem to really like it. So, best offers should be on all your listings. Absolutely. You're not obligated to accept them. But having best offer allegedly boosts your items in the searches. And when you get offers on it and you counter them, it does boost you because it shows the item as desirable and having activity on it. Deb is here. Where's Mel? We are selling jeans and jackets above normal rate. That's weird because our clothes died. We usually are like selling jeans by the truckloads this time of year. Some are way more. Yeah, we do sales like that, Jamison. So actually ours is buy two, get one free on our clearance items. But we don't charge shipping. It's like $9.99 free shipping. And so if they buy 3, they get 3 for $20. And it's stuff we want rid of. And in fact, we sent out 3 of those today. So it does work. Dennis needs more income. Make sure you're on more than one platform. Diversify what you're selling. We were about to abandon Amazon, but not so much. Yeah, Amazon's kind of, I don't know. Like, Keith handles our Amazon. I've told you guys that before. I don't really, like, I'll help him with it. I'm going to have to with all the remotes we have. But I will help him list on it. Of course, I help him. Sorry for my it noise. It's that time of year when I get all hoary. Hoary? That is not what I should have just said. I hate live shows sometimes. I need to edit myself. I get all excited about all things horror and Halloween. So excuse my it noise. I'm not a big fan of Amazon though. Like I said, I'll help him list sometimes on there if he's got a lot going on. But for the most part, like, I do Posh, Keith does Amazon, and then we share eBay. It's not my biggest. I don't really like it. It's so much easier to list over there, but for some reason I don't like it, which is weird. We're just gonna ignore the whole what I just said. So I see Deb and Mel's little laugh faces, and they need to just not. Mel's at work. Mel's at work. Yeah, we are very fortunate in that I do find a lot of really great plush for really great prices. We have the 50-cent bin at the one Goodwill, and then I've really lucked out at church sales and yard sales the last couple of years where I just like walk up and say, I want them all. So yeah, no thrifting while you're tackling death piles. That's an absolutely good idea. Except my fear is, like, we haven't been sourcing recently, and we're getting through the death piles, the I don't want to piles, and we're also going through our inventory. And I do recommend doing that, guys. Go through your inventory a couple times a year, because we have found probably hundreds. Not even kidding. We have found hundreds of items that fell off of eBay. I don't know how it happens, but they just fall off. They're no longer listed. Hard goods, shoes, clothes, jeans, shirts, tops, plush. We have found hundreds of items in the last couple of months. We're going through it really slow. That have fallen off, and you have to relist it, and that just adds to the death pile. So that's what we've really been working on. Other than the remotes, we've just really been working on death piles. I don't want us. We've been reorganizing all of our eBay areas. This main room that we work from, that we call the eBay room, and then we have the serial killer room upstairs that we fondly call the serial killer room, and the room across from that where we keep all the plush. But then I'm like, you know, what happens if we get through all of this inventory and these death piles and we don't have a stockpile for when the roads are icy and it starts snowing and we have a really bad winter? So I don't know. But that's what we've been doing. So if you're wondering why I haven't been doing haul videos or why we're not sourcing, that is why. We just keep finding more and more stuff that fell off that we have to relist. I see all the smiley faces. I don't like Macari, Cheryl, but a lot of people do. We tried it twice, and both times we gave up. I don't find that it's successful for us. And everyone says it does really well with toys and plush. It didn't. It wasn't worth the time. The amount of time I was putting in on Macari was not paying out enough. When I focused that time on Poshmark or eBay or even YouTube, I get a return on that investment of time. So that's how I look at things. Just like you want a return on your investment. When you buy stuff, when I invest the time into something, I want a return, and Macari was not giving it. But some people do really well on that platform. Lots of plush buying. Awesome. Yeah, I'll take your plush. If it snows, I'll need them. Okay, so I think I'm finally caught up on the chat, but keep talking, guys. Keep talking away. Keep sending in your questions. We got about 17 minutes left of the show, so I'll be more than happy to answer questions that you guys have. I did spend the first half of this just kind of talking about what my title was about. Just people have these unrealistic expectations, and they come into this thinking, I'm going to go to the thrift store one time. I'm going to list 5 items. I'm going to send out 3 offers and be rich, and everything's going to work out for me, and that's just not how it works. You've got to list a lot. You got to put in a lot of hard work in. Just think about if you opened a brick and mortar. How much hard work would you have to put into that business for the first year or 2 to even get in the black? Reselling is easier than that. A lot of resellers who start will be out of the red and in the black within the first year, which is good. But you have to put the work in. You can't just go to the thrift store and think you're going to be rolling in the dough. So put your work in, and don't expect anything out of this business that you're not putting into it. You're only going to get back what you put in. So you have to put the work in. I should source in Florida. I would have to spend a lot of time in Florida, and I don't know that that's feasible. But we usually do stock up all year and then live off of that, and we're kind of starting that early. We're kind of starting the living off of it early this year. But I have so much stuff that fell off. It's ridiculous. All right, you guys, the last couple minutes, let's talk about the item specific. I don't even know if you can call it a glitch. Everyone's calling it a glitch. I don't think it's a glitch, honestly. I think that's like an easy word to use for it. But I honestly just believe it is a matter of throwing something into a system without testing it first. And bad coding. Every time they change something, they break the entire platform. But we play World of Warcraft. Most of you guys know. We're nerds. And whenever World of Warcraft is rolling out big changes, they have these servers that are separate from the main area. So like everyone that plays WoW plays on these servers, and then they have these servers over here where they have their testers, like beta people, and it's a separate environment. It's separate from the main actual game people are playing, and that's where they test the stuff to see if it works. That way, if it breaks anything or it doesn't work, it doesn't affect the main area. So even Blizzard, who created World of Warcraft and other games like StarCraft, they know to test something before they throw it into a system. eBay doesn't like to do that. They like to test it on us. They like to just be like, here, let's see if it works. And it never does. Throat's dry, sorry. But they just like to toss it in and see if it works. I guess they like testing it live on us. And it's really bad coding. So I don't really know if you'd call it a glitch, but it happened. It affected a lot of people. And I really believe it did. I know a lot of power sellers, a lot of really big sellers who are having a tough time right now, who normally do really well, who know what they're doing, and if they're doing badly, then something's wrong. I know Vicky, from Katie Silverberg and Vicky. She's LV Pink Peacock. She's struggling because Vicky does mostly clothing and Katie does all clothing. Casey was not having a lot of sales, but he went in manually, him and Caitlin, and fixed theirs, and they started rolling in the sales. So you kind of have to decide at some point that you're just going to go in and fix it yourself and not wait on them. We did. We held out for as long as we could, and then we just realized it's just not going to happen. We were selling a lot of plush and remotes. No clothing was moving. So Saturday, between the two of us, I want to say it took 12 hours, but we did take a break for lunch. It probably took right around 10 to 11 hours between the two of us. So if we were one person, it would have taken like 20 hours. It's ridiculous. So we did fix it, and then the sales started coming in again, but not like we expected them to. We are the staging area. eBay just throws stuff live and says, hey, let's see if it works. How do I handle a potential buyer that continues sending messages about the cost of shipping? I don't even know that I would have gone as far as you have with the scale. If someone complains about shipping, I write a cookie cutter response to them that typically says, unfortunately, the shipping costs are predetermined by the United States Postal Service based on weight and how far the item will be shipping, and this is not a price that we have any, oh my gosh, what's the word I use? Basically, this is not a price that we have the authority to change, and we cannot negotiate. These are based on the government regulated postal rates, and when you use words like that and explain it like that, sometimes they'll back down. And if they don't, then I just stop. I actually just stop. I don't engage with people if they want to keep arguing. If I've explained it to you that it's regulated by the government and I don't have any authority, it's based on how much my item weighs and where you live, and you want to keep arguing with me, I don't engage any further. I just stop. In some cases, if they get really crappy with me, I'll even block them. But yeah, we get people complaining about shipping all the time, or they'll send me an offer with a note. Well, the shipping's too high. I just want to pay X amount even. So this is what I've subtracted from my offer. And then I will send an offer back with a fair price for the item with that message. I can't negotiate the shipping costs. It's regulated by the Postal Service. My item is worth this. That's how I handle it. If they keep going, I just stop engaging. I think there just comes a point where you're just dealing with someone who just wants to be argumentative. Jamieson's fixed more than half. Yeah, I don't know. When people were first fixing it, they were reporting that their sales were picking up exponentially. and now they're not so much. And I wonder if it's because more and more of us are fixing it. So in the beginning, when the first couple of people gave in and fixed it, they were like the only ones showing up in searches, so they might have seen a lot more sales or a really big increase. And now that more of us are fixing it, maybe not so much. Hi, Simple Sassy Paw Girl. Welcome in. Next big glitch is going to be managed payments. Oh, I'm sure there'll be something else before then. I just hate that they do this in Q4. I just really do. Managed payments, folks, we're not getting paid. Robert only had 35 to fix. If they mess with blush, I'm jumping out a window. We pretty much felt like that. That's why we put it off for a long time, to kind of see what was going to happen. But it just became really apparent to us that we were going to have to do something. So we just chose to take our Saturday. We literally didn't shower or anything until we were done. We got up in the morning, we made a cup of coffee for each of us, and we have 3 or 4 computers in this room. And we just sat at desks next to each other with our coffee and worked straight through. We ordered in lunch, ate lunch, worked straight through to dinner, had the rest of what we had ordered in for lunch for dinner, finished up. But it was like an all-day thing between 2 people. So, how do I reply to a buyer that makes a lowball offer? I reply to lowball offers the same way I reply to all offers. I don't treat them any differently. I typically offer 10 to 20% off depending on the item, how long it's been around, what I feel is a fair price for it. Something that just went up yesterday and I know it's worth 40 and I have it up for 45, 50 because I always give myself room. I would go back with 40. If it's been around for a while, maybe 36. I don't know. But I don't treat them any differently. I just respond with 10 to 20% off and a message that says, thank you for your interest in this item. Period. Now, if they come close enough to what I want, I send, thank you for your interest in this item. We can meet you in the middle. And people seem to really like that. It makes them feel like you're negotiating and giving them something. So if I have something up for, say, 50 and they offer me 40, I go back with 45 and say, we can meet you in the middle. But I respond to all lowball offers. I don't decline any. I don't ignore any. Every single offer on every single item pushes your item up in the search. It's like a free boost. So just the same I do everybody. Yeah, Dawn, I had a lot of that crazy stuff going on. In fact, there is an entire thread in our Facebook group where we were all talking about all of the really crazy item specifics that were coming up and having a good time laughing about it, because that's sometimes all you can do. Yeah, sometimes people say to me that they, in fact, here's a good story for you. Very good example. I have a pair of shoes that's worth $30 on its own, 30 to 35. He wanted them for 20 because he wanted them 30 shipped. And he told me he had bought them for that before. And then he tried the shipping thing on me. Your shipping's too much. And he tried a couple of different things, and I just kept countering with the same price every single time and holding out on him. I explained to him, shipping's regulated not by me. He then made the mistake of sending me a message and letting me know these are the only shoes he's ever worn in the last 15 years and they don't make them anymore. And I think that he was trying to lessen their value. But the minute you tell me that these are the only shoes that you'll wear and they don't make them anymore, you've just increased the value. So I held my ground. He went away. He came back. He keeps coming back and saying this is his final and last time, his final offer. He won't come back, and he does. So I think eventually he'll come up, or all the activity on the item will cause it to get bought full price by someone else. But I don't buy into any of that. I don't buy into sob stories. I don't buy into anything they tell me. I don't care if you bought these same shoes for $2 yesterday from a different buyer. Their shoes aren't up for $2 anymore, and mine aren't $2. You can pay what I want for them, or you can get them somewhere else, which he can't. So thanks for the info. You're welcome. And I'm answering questions. Yeah, I'm just about to wrap up, you guys. If you have any more questions at all, throw them up into the chat now. I do hope to be live next Tuesday at the normal time, but I will be in Florida, and I will have Casey with me, so it will be a live show with him and I on. We are planning on going live next Wednesday on his channel, his usual time for those of you that are regulars of Casey's channel or subscribers to the Rockstar Flipper. He typically goes live on Thursdays, but Thursday is Halloween, and we will be in Orlando at the Universal Studios Halloween Horror Nights. So we're going to go live Wednesday on his channel, special time, special day. And I think we're going to try to go live here Tuesday so that you guys get 2 live shows out of us. I don't have a topic for mine yet. I'll come up with something. We do have a topic set for his for Wednesday. But I'm not going to say anything yet. But it's going to be exciting. And we're going to be announcing a couple of things and talking about some cool stuff. That's funny, Deb. That's hilarious. Yeah, we get that too because we run 25% off on the weekend and 20% off during the week. And by the way, yes, we price to cover that. So if I want $20 for something, I list it for $25 and it goes on sale for $20. And then on the weekend, it'll be a little less. And someone will haggle with me on Saturday or Sunday and go away and come back Monday and now it's more and they get upset. And I just explain to them, that was a sale for the weekend. It's over with. I mean, I don't think other than Walmart, and I don't even know if they still do it anymore, but can you walk into a store and demand that they give you the sale price from last week? No. Robert's got to go get some lists. I have so much to do, and I just am done. I'm done. I want to go to Florida now. I'm tired. Super chat of $2.99 from Deb. Thank you so much. Your dancing hippo will show up momentarily. Thompson says, this is my first live. Good. I'm glad you're here. Welcome in. Yeah, don't forget to hit the like button, you guys. It seems so simple. We had like 181 people watching at one point, or 191, and I have 7 thumbs up. But it does help the channel. It's a very easy, simple way to support us just by hitting that thumbs up. There's the dancing hippo for Deb. And $4.99 super chat from Dave and Bill, 2 of my favorite people in the whole world. Thank you so much, you guys, for the super chat. You guys will get your dancing hippo. Yeah, Jennifer, it depends. That's why I'm like, other than Walmart though, like I can't go into Macy's and demand, well, this was on sale, give it to me now. So, all right, I'm gonna start wrapping this show up. Again, I hope to be back next Tuesday. Schedule could be completely messed up, and I honestly don't know how many videos I'm gonna get up between now and Saturday, because we are definitely leaving Saturday and we're super busy. Trying to get some sales to come in. But I will try to go live next Tuesday with Casey. We'll be on his channel Wednesday. If you haven't, please join our Facebook group, Flippin' Hippos Reseller Pod. Links in the description box. It's a very nice group to be in. Very laid back atmosphere. We have a lot of positive people in there. You can ask stupid questions, quote unquote. I don't think any questions are stupid, but you don't get backlash for being new and asking questions. We have fun. Everyone's nice. So hit the thumbs up if you would. And thank you to all my moderators tonight for coming in and moderating. Thank you to everyone for the super chats. I hope you enjoyed your dancing little hippos. Thank you so much once again to Linda Harcrow for my cute hippo salt and pepper shakers. I love them so much. Thank you. Thank you. This was my 99-cent Doctor Who shirt from Goodwill. Had a hole in it, so I kept it for myself. Thank you for everyone else who came in tonight and watched. Appreciate you guys so much. If you haven't already and you'd like to, please subscribe to our channel and help us feed a hungry hippo. And you can find us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. We're at Flippin' Hippos on all social media. You can always leave a comment here, or you can join the Facebook group and tag me and ask me anything. Thank you again for watching, guys. You guys are the best. Love you. Bye.